What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of JBBRish, Bar-ish.
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 Bar-ish. Right.
Yes. So, as you know, last episode, I got to have the opportunity to make a cocktail for Blake and I. I went with my own version of an old-fashioned. So today, we get to have Blake give us his own version of another famous cocktail.
Stratsvutsia, losers! Let's get into it. All right, so, as you can see, we got some vodka here. I don't think I've ever had this vodka. Caliber vodka. Oh, boy. So, what I'm going to be making today is what is known as a White Russian, only with my little spin on it. So, we got some vodka here. We got some Kahlua. We got some heavy whipping cream. And I'm going to put my spin on it. Chalky milk. Because I'm literally a toddler in a 26-year-old's body.
We know.
Shut up. So we're going to start with a couple of ice cubes. Oh my, well, I can't. Normally I use like smaller ice cubes, but you have like a bunch of just huge ice cubes.
I'm sorry my house is an inconvenience to you.
Yeah, I know. It is an inconvenience, especially having to drive all the way out here. Okay, so we're going to start with 2 ounces of vodka. I'm not good at like adding with 6-second pours or anything like that. I'm bad at counting. So we're going to use what is called a jigger. If you guys didn't know, this is actually what it's called. It's called a jigger. And from what Adam has told me, this is 1.5 ounces and this is a 1/2 ounce. So we're going to go ahead and fill this up here. Oh, pour. Or me and vodka normally don't mix very well together. Okay then. Well, that was awful. I'm not the greatest bartender. I usually do this stuff at home when I'm alone and no one's here to see me fail. So we'll go ahead. Yeah, God. It doesn't want to stay calm and relaxed in the jigger.
You'll have that.
So I'm going ahead. I'm making 2 because last episode we did... I'm losing my train of thought. We did 2 drinks. This shouldn't take too long. Adam's usually takes fairly long, especially with that nice little smoke gun. Which, honestly, if you don't have one of those, you should probably get one because they're kind of one of the coolest things I've seen, especially when you're drinking. So then we've got some Kahlua. You guys aren't familiar with Kahlua? It's coffee liqueur. Fresh bottle. Yep, there, get it in there. Yeah, there we go. Let me take a look, see real quick. Okay. I just wanted to make sure because it's had some fancy words on the sides of it. I'm actually just gonna I'm going to count this one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we have to do a splash of heavy cream, or should I probably do the chocolate milk first because that's the heavier.
I'd say chocolate milk first.
This is the lighter thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll be honest with you guys, I've never actually made a White Russian, but it's one of my favorite cocktails I've ever had. You know, because it's like, normally it's like a coffee, like Starbucks mixed drink, you know, but there's not that much caffeine in it. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a little bit of a splash. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. I hope this doesn't curdle. That would really suck.
We're going to find out.
We're going to find out today. Okay, so make sure that's okay to...
Let's get the cream pour.
Just a splash. Sploosh. I will say it is a fairly appealing looking drink. I feel like I should put a little more in here. Just a little. Okay, that's good enough. All right, so... Normally, I see a lot of things online where it's just like, it looks like it's not stirred. I'm going to stir these just a little bit. Not a whole lot, because I feel like stirring it too much is going to make it look kind of boring. 1, 2. 1, 2. I need to make 2 rotations. You're getting in the way, ice. All right. And the nice thing is, if you kind of look at it, you get all this different colors.
You get the different layers to it.
Different layers, yeah. So, I wish I had a towel to wipe this off on. I set that right there. And that's pretty much it. That's literally how you make a White Russian, only with my chocolate milk part. So, I think we are ready to go.
All right, so let's hopefully. I'm hoping this worked out fairly well. I'm pretty sure my chocolate milk was probably a bad idea, but they said heavy cream, vodka, and Kahlua, or a coffee liqueur of your choosing. Now, obviously, chocolate milk, dairy, but we'll see how this goes. You said it was so we'll see how this goes.
We'll see. It's not terrible.
It's actually pretty good.
It's not bad.
It's very. I think it's the coffee liqueur that's coming out the most.
It's not my cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
I will say it's a nice winter drink. I mean personally, because whenever I'm tasting this and it kind of tastes like almost like a Christmassy, like it's kind of like a cold alcoholic hot chocolate, cold
Kind of.
Yeah.
Coldlet.
I'm actually kind of liking this.
It's not bad. It's not my favorite thing in the world.
It's because it's not your thing. You like traditional mixed drinks.
I think it's the things in it that I'm just not a fan of. I'm not a big coffee drinker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care for coffee too much. Altogether, I think it's a well put together drink. I think the chocolate milk probably. I don't know. I think the chocolate milk was actually probably a good call.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, because I'm getting a lot more chocolate in it, and I like that.
It almost becomes a mocha of sorts with the Kahlua.
It's not bad.
Mm-mm.
But I think the reason I'm not a huge fan of it is because I'm not a coffee fan, and there's a lot of coffee taste to it.
Yeah,
but
it's definitely if you love coffee, you'll love this. I'm not a big coffee drinker either, but I do love White Russians every now and then.
Yeah,
and there's different variations of White Russians.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know there's White Russians and there's like a Black Russian maybe.
I think that's literally just vodka and Kahlua. I think
that's what that is. There's no cream thrown into it.
I think it's just the two things.
Mm-hmm. And when you start to get down closer to the bottom, because the Kahlua is such a stronger.
I actually think it's better as I'm getting to the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah,
because one of the things is that I'm noticing is the alcohol. I've said this before many times, and everyone kind of knows what I'm talking about. Whereas the alcohol feeling on the palate, it's not like a taste. It's more so of the sensation.
Yeah.
It's starting to go away a little bit.
Honestly, the more towards the bottom we get, it's more like chocolate milk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like the top, it's almost like everything shifted. Like I feel like all the strong coffee taste was at the top, but it's almost more chocolatey now at the bottom.
Yeah. It's getting better as we drink it. I'm just going to finish this.
Okay, now that I got to the bottom, 10 out of 10. That's actually really good. Yeah, that really redeemed itself in that bottom half of the drink.
Yeah, I'm so shocked because I feel like I completely failed this drink the moment I handed it to him, and he's like, "I think it curdled." I'm like, "Oh no!" But that is one thing about White Russians is you have dairy products in it. So you have, the heavy cream.
Right.
And obviously there's that fear of it curdling.
Yeah.
Kind of like with,
Irish car bomb.
Yeah, an Irish car bomb. It's one of those things where you have to shoot it. Otherwise it's just going to, curdle. But,
I don't know if it was necessarily curdling or if it was just like, I don't know what it is. Because it's like, now that I'm looking at it, it's not like curdle.
Curdle. No. But I mean, yeah. I thought that was great, and you were right. As we went down, it got better.
Yeah. So what do you think? Final rating. What is it?
Personally, I'm gonna give for me personally, I'm giving we're going 10 because we usually did 5.
We'll go out of 5.
Okay, we'll go out of 5.
Just messing around.
Given the fact this is actually the first time I've ever made this, and I decided to throw the chocolate milk in just as I think that would be good. it's coffee, chocolate. There's already got cream in it, so it should work perfectly. And so. Me personally, I'm gonna play my personal card, and I'm gonna give this a I don't want to get in percentages necessarily, but I'm giving this a 4.95.
Oh.
I'm very proud of myself and how I made this, and the fact I've never actually made this before ever, and it turned out so well, and I really enjoyed it. It's not the perfect drink. like the only downside was the fact that it started off, with the very heavy coffee and like the palate of the alcohol. But once you start to get down towards the bottom of it, it just turns into such a great drink. And it's like chocolate, coffee, milk, happy goodness, And I feel like one thing I did wish I got for this was cinnamon. I feel like cinnamon would have kind of tied this neatly on a bow.
I feel like cinnamon would have made it a little over the top for me, in my opinion.
In your opinion? I feel like just a small dash, like kind of like what they do with eggnog. You don't dump a whole bunch of cinnamon on it, just like 1, 2, and that's it.
Yeah.
Don't go too much on the cinnamon. I think that would be just the right amount. So,
that's fair.
Your opinion? Your rating?
I'm going to have to go around like a 3 1/4, 3 1/2.
Okay.
Because of the initial taste.
Yeah. Because you had some pretty...
It wasn't good for my palate.
Yeah.
But as it went down, like honestly, based on my initial taste, I probably would have been around like a 2, 2 1/2.
Right.
But after I got to the bottom half and it turned more into that like chocolatey milk drink kind of thing, it really redeemed the drink, and I'm gonna go 3 1/4 to 3 1/2.
You know what I think what happened is because I put the chocolate milk in first before the heavy cream. The cream brought it down.
Yeah.
The cream brought it down towards the bottom, so
Right.
that's probably what happened. Then again, I did stir it.
Yeah.
But even still,
all in all, I think it was a good drink. I didn't care for it initially, but it got better, and not my favorite thing in the world, but it's a good drink.
So what you're saying is I did okay?
You did okay.
Oh, good. Well then, I think with that, we already finished our drinks.
Yeah.
So I'm Blake. That's Adam. And signing off with that, give me a beer.
All right.